right now we're trying also to connect with Nima. Another try, and it works,
hey,
and very well, very
everybody.
cool. Thanks.
Hello.
You have a cool mic. I love that.
I don't think it's
but
working.
I love your energy.
It's really funny because I think you can still hear me.
We can hear you better with mic, but yeah, we can hear you.
Brilliant. Okay, because it wasn't working earlier. Hello, everybody. And you know what? It's the simple things that trip you up in life. Okay, remember this. Shall I just take over, Anna?
Yeah, the stage is all yours. Enjoy, have fun. I love your energy. Talk later.
Great to be here. Hello, everybody. Now, because we are virtual, I like to start my virtual meetings with people with the following way of greeting everyone. So if you can stand, please join me. Stand up, and I'm going to shake your hand. Follow my actions. Shake my hand. Let's shake hands. Hello. Let's give each other a high five. Hi. And I love hugs. So I'm giving you a big hug. It's wonderful to be here. And I want this to be an interactive session, so feel free to post questions as they happen, okay? I'd like to start with this. It doesn't matter how clever you are, or what degrees you have, or what brilliant thing you invented if nobody knows about it. Would you agree? So it doesn't matter how clever you are, degrees, how brilliant you are, if people don't know. That's one. Two, it doesn't matter what company you've built up, what promotion you got, what product you are working on, if you can't sustain your success. And what I mean by that is your version of success. And we come back to this word success in just a minute. So that's the second thing. What's the first thing? The first thing is, if you're the world's best kept secret, you're dead in the water, nobody knows, you won't go anywhere with your stuff. Two, if you can't sustain what you're doing, you're in trouble. And the third big thought is this. You as a female are more likely to die broke. Sorry. And I'm here to tell you, yes, there's something you can do about this, right? So that's what we're drilling down into. It's the how do I do it of all the stuff that we hear. For example, women are told, hey, put your hand up, step up, speak up. And I'm just thinking, great. Okay, even the ones who are brave enough, want to try it out, are doing it. A lot of them don't do it well, not because it's their fault or they're not great at what they're doing, but because they don't have the skills, tools, and knowledge to be able to do it in a way that is remembered for the right reasons, that resonates with the people they're speaking with, and that gets the results that they're after. And the results could be a promotion that you're going for, a salary raise, funding, your partner providing 3 meals a week instead of assuming you're going to do it. It doesn't matter what it is that you're requesting, asking for, pitching for. It's about how you do it so that you increase your chances of getting the results that you need, the results that mean you can sustain your success, right? So we're going back to that thing. Now, I love what I've been hearing so far today, and it's all the building blocks of what really the She strategy is all about. Now, let's talk about me for a minute. Who am I? What do I do? Why do I get to talk about this? Well, I have spent decades on TV. So I used to present a business and finance program on BBC World. I used to travel a lot. I deal with people who have something to say. That's what I do. So governments, industry, people. It's all about somebody has something to say, and they need buy-in from the public, policymakers, potential clients. As well as working on TV and in TV, I create content, so I write a lot about things that interest me. For example, money and life, right? Really important, because whether you like it or not, we need money to live with dignity and to sustain our lives. And I've got a special interest in women, money and life, because guess what? There's a whole bunch of stuff that nobody tells us about, and we find out of the hard way, usually when it's too late, when we can't go back and earn what we need to have a dignified life later on. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is this that I do. I enable people to get across what they have to say on stage, on camera, internally. So I chair, moderate, host, speak at big global events and conferences. I train people to do this too. I train people to be able to speak to the media. And when they have an important internal event, like a town hall, if there's a big change or something like that that's going on. And again, it boils down to the one thing. They have something important to say, and I enable them to say it in a way that is remembered for the right reasons, that resonates with whoever they're speaking with, and that gets them or increases the chances of them getting the results that they're after. Now, here's the point, and this is why I'm here today. Doing all these things, I was usually the only female in the room. Now, to be perfectly honest, I didn't care because I didn't notice, because I was too busy doing other things, right? But a few things happened towards the end of 2018 that made me think, that's it. I'm done and I'm doing something about it. And I created something called the S.H.E.Strategy, keeping you seen, heard, empowered. This is what happened. One, I ended up training a multinational before an annual event. And there was a woman in the room. And I thought, wow, oh, there's a woman here. Bing. She was the VP of a huge part of the world for the business in STEM. And she was being prepared not to take part in her zone of genius and what she was great at, but to participate in one panel discussion. And the panel discussion was diversity and inclusion. So she was being wheeled out as a token woman to take part in this panel discussion to prove that the company really valued, respected, wanted more women to join them. And I said to her, this was at the height of Me Too and the calls for equal pay and so on. I said, if I was in the room, in the audience, and if I was a journalist in the audience, I'd ask you one question and it would tell me everything about your company. And the question is this: are you paid the same as your male counterpart? Silence. She looked at me with big eyes. All the men looked down at their pieces of paper, and that was the answer. The answer, of course, is no. And so I realized, wait a minute, I'm enabling people to advocate for corporate issues, policies, governments, and so on, but she can't advocate for herself. That's one. Two, when I was at events and conferences, I'd go to the ladies, and women would follow me to the ladies, and they'd have conversations about the reality of life for them at work. So that was another thing. Put that in my head. Third thing is my work around behavioral economics, money and life, and what happens with women especially. All these things put together made me say this. I drew a line and I said, instead of focusing on enabling people at the top of their game in industry and in government to advocate for whatever it is that they're doing, I want to pass on the same skills, tools and knowledge of how to communicate effectively to women, because it means the difference between you showcasing your brilliance. You're brilliant at what you do. Do people know about it? Two, it means that you can sustain your version of success. What do I mean? I mean that if you need something to change at home, in your private life, at work, in government even, how do you get that across in a way that gets buy-in from whoever it is you're speaking with? How do you choose the words that you need in order to resonate, get results, be remembered for the right reasons? That kind of thing, you know, simple stuff. Now, actually, this is simple stuff, but it's really difficult. And nobody teaches us these things. It's called, usually, soft skills, how to communicate. I disagree with that. These are core skills. They are core to everything in your life. Core. Without the ability to communicate effectively and with influence, that's what I'm calling it, you're dead in the water at some point because you hit a wall. You get stuck. You can't do it anymore. Something's got to give. And often it's you. You are the thing that gives. You get sick, you get tired, your child gets sick or you're tired, your parent gets sick, whatever it is, something happens that means that you can't sustain the thing that you're doing. Here's the deal. It's no good telling women, marginalized people, whoever, step up, speak up, participate, if we don't have the tools and the how do I do it in a way that is enabling, calm, that you can use in every situation. So this is about building a process, and it is the S.H.E.Strategy. I'd love you to find out more. I'll share my contact details later on. But here's the big deal. I'm sharing skills and tools in S.H.E.Strategy that enable you to get across what you need to say to whoever it is you need to speak with, so that you get those results that mean that you can stay in the game. It could be you're pitching a project, you're chairing a meeting, you've got a meeting with your partner in life and going to talk about things at home. I don't know, your teenage child about their room. It could be that you are going to start a company and you want to get funding. It doesn't matter what the it is. It's the how do I do it? And it is the same core principles. Hallelujah. Brilliant, right? But that's not really what it's all about. Those are the skills that you use. But it's really about enabling you to have dignity and choice in your life. Dignity and choice now, dignity and choice later, especially when you stop earning, right? And to base your decisions on real, credible knowledge and information so that you can make informed choice. For example, I'm just going to check the time here. Please answer in the chat. When a woman takes a year off work, what is it that she loses out on? Say a woman earns $44,000 a year, right? $44,000 a year. What do you think a year off work costs her? Any answers? What do you think 5 years off work costs her? So 5 years off, she earns $44,000. A lot of the time, people reload the window, please. Let's see.
Hey. Something probably went wrong and Nima got disconnected. We are waiting her to tune in. And here she is.
Oh my God, it's like, where did I leave you? Where did you cut off?
Well, I am not sure. It was just a minute ago because I also had to tune in. So I didn't catch the exact moment.
That's
but
okay.
You can start what you remember the last thing you said.
So basically, I was saying, imagine a woman earns $44,000 a year and she takes 5 years off work. How much money does she lose out on? Any ideas? Come on, we're good with numbers. $44,000, she takes 5 years off. She will lose, people, well, we assume 44 times 5. Okay, she loses $220,000, right? Wrong. When you accumulate the annual loss of her salary and all the incremental losses that she loses over the many years of the rest of her life, say she has a child at 26, right? So she's young, she takes 5 years off. She will lose just under $707,000. I'm going to say it again. If she earns $44,000 a year, takes 5 years off, she will lose from her lifelong earnings just under $707,000. And this is the point of the S.H.E.Strategy. It is arming you with real information and the ability to make decisions based on what the likely outcome is for you. So you, instead of saying, I'm going to hit a wall, I'm going to leave, you say, okay, if I leave, this is going to happen. So I'm going to take a sabbatical. I'm not going to walk away. Or you say, I am going to take part-time work. I am going to leave for 5 years and I'm going to earn money in a different way over that time and do this with it. Do you see the point? So the S.H.E.Strategy gives you the skills, tools, and knowledge to be able to self-advocate, to showcase your brilliance, stay on your path, earn more when you're working. But the bigger picture is arming you with real information that means you will not die poor because you know what you need to do to have choice and dignity in your life. And it starts with How do I get across what I need in a way that's relevant and resonate and remembered? What am I up against in life as a woman in tech, as a woman generally? Yeah, that's what this is all about. If you have any questions, please ask me. I think my time is nearly over. I've got 1 more minute. Anna, over to you. Any questions? You are on mute. Say again?
One question from the audience.
And by the way, you can contact me via LinkedIn. My details are in my bio that you can find online. And you can email me. My email address is there too, I believe, but it's Nima at finding-nima.com. Yeah. There
are so many people are sharing lots and people want to talk. What do you think is the biggest challenge for a change?
Okay, I love this question. From my perspective, the biggest challenge for change is that, one, there's a lot of talk, there's little action, okay? So people say, we've done another study. We've got all this data. Okay, who cares? You're not doing anything with it. That's the point. So actually, the whole point of S.H.E.Strategy is do it yourself. Have the skills, tools, and knowledge to do it yourself, to bring about the change that you need. Change can be really small stuff like, I need to start work an hour earlier or an hour later. It could be, I need to have a safe space to talk about things to do with what I'm facing. It doesn't matter what that thing is, but those little changes that you bring about that affect your daily life, those are the biggest changes, right? That's what's going to help you and women like you, because when you create a tiny little new path, I define that as leadership. Leadership is creating new ways of doing things that enable you and others. So that's really the biggest thing. The biggest thing is there's a lot of talk, little action. Your life happens every day, so you do it. Don't wait. Next.
Don't wait. That's correct. That's right. Thanks a lot, Nima. Very great positive energy from you. Our audience loved your talk. You shared very eye-opening examples and very interesting insight. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I hope to hear from you on LinkedIn and on email. Take care. Enjoy. Well done.
Thank you.